Hi Munchkins, I'm back. And this little book is called Five Little Firemen. Now this is an old book, and it's kind of falling apart, and maybe I even read this to your mummies. I don't know. Maybe your mummy? I bet. Okay. Five Little Firemen. The little house caught on fire. The fire started so quickly, and it was such a little fire at first. A flame like a little mouse came darting in and out of a hole in the hall closet and darted back again. A policeman smelled it. Can you see that? Some of the pages, it's a little bit dark, but you'll be able to see it. But it grew and sizzled, and the house began to smoke, and the smoke blew out the window. And then the policeman saw it. He peeked in the cellar window and saw the yellow flames and the gray smoke. So he ran to the corner, opened the red alarm box, and called the fire department. Then he went back to the house. Can you see the house? See the smoke coming out and the policeman calling the firemen? Can you see that okay? Because these pages are a little dark because the book is so old. Ding, 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 ring. Rings the fire alarm in the little fire station. Ding, ding, ding. 5 little firemen slide down the firehouse pole. Spark, shouts the little fireman. He puts on his white helmet, twirls his black mustache, and jumps into the little red chief's car with a shiny brass bell. Clang, clang. The first little fireman has to be the first at the fire to tell the other firemen what to do when they get there. He is the fire chief. Now, can you see them coming down the pole? Have you ever been to a fire station? Maybe sometime you'll be able to go to a fire station and you can see how they have the pole, how the firemen jump down the pole. A fire won't wait, said the second little fireman. Round as a pumpkin, he jumps into the driver's seat of the hook and ladder truck, the biggest fire engine of all. We'll save all the people, says the third little fireman. The third little fireman jumps on the side of the hook and ladder truck as it rolls out the door. He has muscles as big as baseballs. He is that strong. He runs up the ladders and carries the people down the ladders. That third little fireman. See the fireman going in the truck? Even the dog is running beside him. Can you see it really good? We'll squirt lots of water, says the fourth little fireman, who is bright as a button and so drives a huge tire truck. I sneeze in the smoke, says the fifth little fireman. Spry as a fly, he jumps on his hose truck and roars out the firehouse door. Can you see him coming out the door? With a clang, 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 and a wee and a woo, the tires of the trucks go hissing around, leaving the firehouse behind. Clang, 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 the chief's bell. Wee, wee, the tower truck's siren. Dong, 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 the hose truck skids around the corner. Woo! Wheels a long hook and ladder truck, the biggest fire engine of them all. Whoa, look at that big fire engine. They make a lot of noise. I don't think they exactly sound like that. They make more noise. Get out of the way, get out of the way. Here come the 5 little firemen with a clang, 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 and a wee and a woo. They go whizzing up the street like Oak Street, then whizzing around the corner into 12.5 Street, down Asphalt Avenue. See all the trucks, and all the people are out looking because the fire trucks are coming. They want to see where they're gone. Reason I have 2 pages together. Then down Eucalyptus Drive. Wow. And up the King's Highway. Boy, they're going, look at this, how they're going under the bridge and over the bridge. I don't know. How can they get to go everywhere like that? They go pretty fast. They go really fast. There's a fire station not far from my house. And over Baseball Boulevard to Small Brush Road, ding, dong, dong, and there on Small Brush Road was the little house on fire. Flames the size of pocket handkerchiefs were waving out of the windows. and lots of smoke. Can you see how the house is? It's pretty hard to see because the colors are dark. When the policeman got to the door was on fire. Chop it down, he ordered. But he kicked it down with his foot and ran upstairs and woke up a very sleepy family, who all started sneezing with the smoke. This was the Hurricane Jones family, and they were terribly sleepy. Grab what you love most and run out of your house, ordered the policeman. Look here, there's 3 children in one bed, and look at all this smoke. Boy, they have to hurry and get out of the house. Mrs. Hurricane Jones tried to grab her 3 little boys and run out of the house with them. But when she went to grab them, the first little boy had run to grab his cat. The second little boy had run downstairs and out of the house to take care of his rabbits. And the third little boy had grabbed all the flowers that he had picked the day before and was halfway down the stairs with them. So Mrs. Hurricane Jones, still very sleepy, threw her mirrors out the window and picked up her pillow and ran downstairs. Mr. Hurricane Jones grabbed his pipe and his matches and came afterwards to be sure that all his family were out of the house and standing in a line on the lane. And there they were, all safely out on their front lawn, each holding in his arms what he loved most when the firemen came along. But where is Hurricane Jones's jolly fat cook? The 5 little firemen, brave as can be, get to work. Oops, I didn't show you. Here they are with the hose. See the family standing there looking at the house burning? And see how the firemen have the hose to take it over by the house to squirt the house? The first fireman yells more orders. The third fireman rushes off to find the cook. The second fireman backs the hook and ladder truck into just the right place. The Hurricane Jones's house is too tiny for big ladders, so he takes one of the little ladders and puts it up to the side of the house. The fourth little fireman points the water tower at the flames and squirts. And the fifth little fireman unrolls the hose and screws it into the red fire hydrant. Can you see how they're putting it in the fire hydrant so they have enough water? He turns it on, and the water that runs under the streets and the big pipes all the time rushes through the house. Shh! It squirts out of the nozzle like a roaring river through the air. Swish! They smash in the windows to let out the smoke. And swish! In roars the water to put out the flames. The smoke gets all brown and yellow when the water hits it. They chop down the burning wood and throw fireproof blankets over the furniture. Can you see how they're working there with their hatchets and trying to get everything done so they can get the fire out? The third little fireman has found the cook, and he wants to carry her down the ladder on his back in the fireman's carry. Nix, says she. She's too fat to carry and too big to jump into a net and too jolly to stay and burn up in the flames. So they shoot up the lifeline for the Hurricane Jones's jolly fat cook to slide down. And down she comes. Jelly whopper, says she. It was getting warm up there. Look how big she is. How could anybody carry her down? That would be really pretty hard, wouldn't it? So they threw that rope up and see she's sliding down the rope. And soon all the bright flames were wet black ashes, and the crackling sound of the flames were quiet, and there was only the great purring of the red hose truck, pumping water, and the bright searchlights of the fire engines, making the trees and the bushes much greener than they had been before. The fire was over, and the Hurricane Jones family went home with their Uncle Clement to sleep and to wait for their house to be fixed. See how all the big smoke and everything? Wow. Fire's out, calls the chief, and that first little fireman climbs into his shiny red car. Let's go, said the second little fireman. That was some cook, says the third little fireman. They're talking about the big fat cook. Somewhere, some fire, said the fourth little fireman. Kerchoo, said the fifth little fireman as he rolls in his hose. Then the engines back up, turn around, roar, and go away. Look how big he was getting in there. It looks like a little Volkswagen. And they're getting ready to leave because the fire's out. Only their bells clang slowly now. Clang, 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 and ding, ding, ding. They all go back to the firehouse. See all the doors at the firehouse? They're all coming back so they can put their trucks back in. The 5 little firemen have black on their faces and black on their hands. The chief's mustache is blacker than ever. Their rubber coats and helmets are shiny wet with water from the hose. The 5 little firemen are tired. That's that, said the first little fireman. Wow, said the second little fireman. Whee, said the third little fireman. Phew, said the fourth little fireman. Home, said the 5th little fireman. They have to wash the fire engines, then they polish the bells and the sirens and all their equipment to be ready for another fire alarm at any minute should one come. Now this page is tore over here, so it's a picture of them washing the fire truck. So do you see, can you see this okay? See, it's tore because it's old, and now it's showing on the back page. It looks like, you know, they were finished with the fire, but they had to eat something, so they were sitting at a table, and I think they were having breakfast. But I don't know what happened to the page, because the book was old, and I found it, I think, in one of the drawers somewhere. So I hope you enjoyed it. And, you know, Bubba has a fire station not far from her, and when that fire whistle blows, it really blows loud. You know it's coming. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you understood all about this fire, and nobody got hurt. Everybody was safe. I love you guys. Toodaloo!